What up, YouTube? So today's going to be part 10 of the Honda Civic k20a2 California State Bar video. And today we're pretty much going to be going over all the little stuff. So there's a lot of hoses that I need to clamp down. So these cooler hoses, reservoir hoses, I got all the clamps for those right now. Our heater hoses. And then we got the adapter for the coolant temperature sensor. So we're going to be running that wire, and then we're going to be running the actual gauge temperature sensor. So we're going to have to drill into our top radiator hose neck, and we'll get that sensor tapped into there. And then we're also going to be going over our evap. So I'm going to be hanging up the evap system behind the bumper and getting all that ready with the wiring. So we'll be wiring it as well. So I have to bring all the wires up to the ECU, which I already pinned them. We'll go over each wire as far as that, and then we got to install our filler neck. I kind of just had it on there temporary for the last video, but I'm gonna actually install it. You actually have to take this bracket off. I just pretty much just swivel it around, and then I drill and tap into the actual the frame, and the hoses should line up perfectly. And all the other evap hoses are already ran pretty much to go to the back of the bumper. So I just got to get that mounted up, get this mounted up, and then we're going to be swapping out this cluster to the EX cluster. We also have to finish extending the headlight harness. I got to put a hood latch cable on here, and we're going to install the hood latch. And then we're also missing a brake line, so we got to find a brake line and get that installed for the passenger side. I also have to go buy a brand new belt for the serpentine belt, and then we have to install the radiator slim fan. So a lot of stuff we got to do in this video. Still got to extend this side as well. I got to paint the battery tray bracket, and just make this all look nice pretty much, so it'll be ready to get barred. The last thing we'll be doing is probably the exhaust. That'll pretty much be the next video. That we could take it out for a drive and see how this thing runs. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting this filler neck going, and then we'll come back and start doing just all the other little stuff. We're also going to be installing the hybrid racing shifter as well. So a lot of stuff to accomplish this video. So I'm going to go ahead and start knocking some things out, and we'll come back. Alright, so we're back now, and I wanted to show you guys how I got all the evap and filler neck in. So that's in there installed. And then I'll show you how I did the evap. So this is going to the gas tank. This is going to the front of the car, which I gotta still cut down a little bit, but this is the front evap that goes to the sensor. And then I still have to extend this one right here to this right here. All I pretty much did was drill 2 holes and then dropped a washer 10mm on top through this hole. So I kind of used my pinky and scooted it over and just dropped 10s on this bracket, and it's on there pretty good. Other than that, this little piece is connecting to that so it can vent out. And then so all I have to do is extend that, and then I can start my wiring and start extending that all the way to the front of the ECU. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and see where my wiring's at. Okay, I thought I had it in here. Oh, there it is right here. So these are the wires that we need to wire in. So 2 of these wires are actually gonna come together, these 2, and they're gonna go to one power source, switched power source. And then these other 5 wires are gonna go directly to the ECU, which I already pinned in. So I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much just install these, and then I gotta go get some wiring and extend that to the front. Right now we can start getting to the gauge cluster, so I'm gonna knock that out real quick, and then we'll start getting to some hoses. We'll get to the heater hoses, the cooler hoses, and make sure all those are good. Then when we come back, we'll be putting on our new belt. We'll be running our wiring, and let's see, a lot more other stuff we got to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and start knocking some stuff out, and we'll come back. All right, so got our new cluster installed. Be ready for some RPM revving now. And then I went ahead and got the slim fan installed, so that's ready for when I do the wiring from the other side. I gotta bring the fan wiring over to this side over here. I also did the coolant fan inserts with sensor, so I can wire that up from the inside, run that. I still gotta run the actual temperature sensor, which I have to drill and tap. Other than that, I just need to get 2 more clamps for the heater hoses and the back, and pretty much all the hoses back here finished too as well. So I got the cooler hoses, the power steering hose, and then the reservoir. Those are all ready and done. So pretty much I'm gonna get some wiring. I gotta go get my belt and a couple clamps, and then start finishing up some more stuff on here as far as the wiring and getting the fenders back on, the headlight harnesses and everything extended, and then we'll probably get to the shifter after that. So I'm gonna start knocking those things out and we'll come back. Alright, so we're back now, and I got my new belt on, stock Type S belt. I got this side fender on and all the wiring pretty much complete. This other side I still have to do the hood latch and everything, so I'll probably do that on the next video. I still got a lot of other stuff to do, but everything's extended. I also extended the coolant temperature sensor, so that's all ready for wire up. I still got to get the actual sensor and drill it. That's actually on the way, so we're waiting on that. As far as the hoses, those are all complete now. Heater hoses are all clamped up. I went ahead and got the wiring harness for the rear. That's pretty much ready to get plugged in into the back and then wired to the front. I went ahead and installed the hybrid racing shifter already. So this was an automatic car, so you had to drill for the front and the back. I'll show you how the bottom looks. Alright, so it's pretty much how it looks under here. Also, when you're installing this box, you want to install this first, or at least have these cables clamped in already. So if you install this, you won't be able to get this side in. This is the view of the bottom. I run the lines, so I run this one under the subframe through the top of the transmission. Usually when I run it through the top, I'll run it through the top of, like, through here. Really just depends on which shifter you're actually using. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I can wrap that up. So yeah, I'll be installing that. I'll be installing the wiring harness. I'll see if I can show you guys the actual harness plugs. If not, probably do it on the next video. Yeah, I'll do probably next video. But anyways, pretty much gonna install that. That'll pretty much be it for this video, I believe. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just finish that stuff real fast. Everything's pretty much ready. Like I said, the most simple parts on doing this BARD is just to make sure everything's legal. So make sure you don't touch anything on the intake manifold. We only went legal intake just because make more power and it clears a lot more easier. As far as evap and everything, you gotta run full box, pretty much like this. This is the stock factory gas tank, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Stock ECU, And that's pretty much how you pass the California State Bar. Next video, we're going to be getting the exhaust done again, and then I'm going to clean everything up, get everything ready. I still got to go through brakes and a couple other things, but as far as all the wiring, at least that's all done. Like I said, next video we'll get the hood latch cable on here, put the fender back on, and then that's pretty much it. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish knocking out this shifter, and then we'll come back. Alright, so shifter's installed and ready to go. That's pretty much it for this video. We got our tacking cluster inside as well. A lot of stuff done on this video as far as wiring, which takes the most time. Next video, we're just gonna be wrapping everything up, finishing whatever that hasn't been done yet. Like I said, bleeding the brakes, bleeding the coolant system, and getting the exhaust done. If you haven't, like, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think. If you guys want to see more on the wiring, I have 2 more cars that I did bars on that are Integra. That'll give you more detail. I'm also going to go over a little bit more detail on next video when I show you guys everything as far as what you need to do the bar. So other than that, stay tuned and see you on the next video.